You know, you hear it all the time. When will enough be enough? You hear this from the Stepford wives at the Capitol in Nashville, the red shirt radical lion commie mommy brigade that's been shouting ever since the Covenant school shooting back in 2023. But, well, as they clamor for gun control. But I think they should ask a better question. And that is, when will they, from Washington to Nashville, take responsibility for the breakdown of communities, the crumbling of families, the moral decay that they've helped to sow? Because this isn't about preventing violence. The gun control crowd is not interested in preventing violence. They just like to capitalize on it. It's about their entire goal is to shift the blame from their own failed social policies and hollow institutions right onto the lawful gun-owning middle class, like people like you and me. They've got their friends in the fake news, their journalists, their activists in the fake news will parade statistics about gun-related deaths in Tennessee, hundreds or even thousands a year, as if firearms are somehow the root cause. But they'll never clarify that the number of gun-related deaths includes suicides, justified self-defense shootings, law enforcement shootings, and the kind of gang violence that spirals in neighborhoods that are run by the Democrats. Of course, you're not allowed to say these things. You're not allowed to notice things and point it out, things that we all know, that the real rot runs a lot deeper than guns. It's broken homes, absent dads, failed schools, churches that are destroyed. In a culture, quite frankly, that chews up accountability and pukes out excuses. That's exactly what we've created. And so this is the framing that they're wanting us to choke on. And yet politicians, rhinos included, lean into these tired narratives. Governor Bill Lee, in fact, called for a red flag gun confiscation law after the Nashville church shooting in 2023. And he had the backing of Speaker Sexton and Leader McNally in the Senate. And these are the same guys who trashed pro-gun legislation this session. So why do they do it? Why do they go with the narrative from the fake news media and the liberal suburban mom crowd? Because the fact is, once you start giving ground on things like red flags, the next step is inevitable. Universal gun registration, permit system tweaks, repealing stand your grounds, eventually AR-15 assault weapons bans, all of it. If we cede ground to the radical left or the rhinos today, tomorrow they come back for all of it. And this is what the Second Amendment is for. This is why the founders codified it as number 2 on the list of in the Bill of Rights, to protect us, we the people, you and me, from them in government, not criminals. The founders thought that defending your life from criminals was a foregone conclusion. They didn't even talk about it really in the Federalist Papers. But they don't teach this stuff in schools anymore. And repetition is a key to learning, as my mom always said, so it bears repeating. But the Second Amendment was codified to defend us from government itself when government decides that it knows better than the people it rules. Honestly, we don't even have to look back very far in history to see that the founders were proven right. Disarmed citizens everywhere across Europe and across Asia during the 20th century alone, more than 45 million. Conservative baseline estimates show that 45 million innocent citizens died at the hands of their own governments, genocided, because they were incapable of defending themselves after their guns were gone. So here's what we do. We get loud. We get and stay organized. We call out every rhino, even in our own party, who leads a single inch towards a confiscation precedent or a red flag precedent or anything like that. We hold them accountable. We don't compromise. We don't negotiate. We refuse to allow cultural Marxist or control-obsessed politicians to reshape Tennessee into another powerless blue state. We are armed, we are awake, and we refuse to back down. So stay armed, stay free, and we'll see you guys on the front lines.